I'm live. Okay, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. I'm just going to spread my link out to a few places. So if you bear with me, well, no one's listening now, but if you kind of bear with me just a little bit, I will. Oh, no one's listening now. Oops, don't want to get that. Sorry for that. Anyone that's listening, that long delay. Not too many people listen, and I know that my channel does get restricted. It might not, you know what? Look, it may not do that good, even if it wasn't, but it does get restricted. Facebook has just restricted my ability to post on my show. So, either way, I'm not gonna sit and really go over, cry over spilled milk over this. I think it's very unfair. The president is looking into the arbitrary nature of these these social media companies, and I hope something is done, because there is not a lot of transparency and merit, or at least not transparency. So we don't know how much merit there is on these social media companies. Or we don't. I mean, the social media companies, the rules are not very transparent. So to find out like how much merit some of the rules are, and also the hate speech guidelines are very arbitrary. But we know it is conservatives that are held up to hate speech rules. That's just the truth. It doesn't mean that I like it. It kind of means it is what it is. I've been angry. I've been angry about social media censorship and the fact that mobocracy is being promoted on these social media sites. Calm, cool, and collected is not. That George Floyd, that arrest, I mean, it looked horrific. It was bad. But what does a Target store, what does looting a store and burning things down have to do with it? Racism exists. So does rape and murder. Do we go nuts when there's rapes and murders happening? Bad cops exist. So does rape and murder. Is this the appropriate response? Does anyone have patience for the wheels of justice? It just basically surprises me how bad things have gotten. How much social media promotes this kind of thing, because they promote BLM. And from my understanding, they just committed a few acts of terrorism. You burned down a place. I think they're responsible for that. Antifa also acts of terrorism, far more than the Proud Boys. Did the Proud Boys have bad people in their organization? Yeah, but they got rid of them. But that's not enough. It doesn't matter how much or what they do. Once they stigmatize you with white supremacy and racism, you're finished, basically, in the social media world and in the world in general, because the anti-racist left has metastasized itself in just about every large business and the mainstream media and social media. They run these companies, and they run them without question. And they deny you the right to be in the court of public opinion. It's really un-American, and it denies you your 14th Amendment rights. Anyway, I don't know what you're going to do. I'm standing in resistance to it. I'm standing in resistance to the anti-racist left. I call it the fanatical anti-racist left. They're like a faith. They're like a religion. It does make me angry, but I want to focus that anger and not take it out on the innocent. But I am upset. I understand that people are angry about what they saw in the tape with George Floyd. It's not an appropriate response. And anybody who examines the facts thoroughly knows that the left gets away with things that the right could never get away with. The right believes, conservatives believe in law and order, in thinking before you act. And the perceptions are being controlled. It's like all police officers are doing this. All police officers act like the officers that arrested George Floyd. This is a regular occurrence. We can't wait to examine facts. Anyway, guys, I'm upset about this. I'm upset about the behavior. If you burn down stores and stuff, you know what? Right now, since this pandemic, the food supply and the economy are already in a fragile place. How much more will it get if people burn down stores, loot and burn down stores? You think occasional police brutality is bad? Wait till you get to no food bad. Just a thing for thought. And even conservatives are giving in. Many conservatives are giving in to this myopic mob. These aren't noble people. If you're smashing a police car, you're not a noble person. You're a bad person. If you're looting a store, you're a bad person. If you're doing physical harm to somebody, to somebody innocent, you're a bad person. I can get in to how the left inflicts, to how the anti-racist left has inflicted pain on a lot of people. I'm not going to do that here. I might do a more thorough show on what they've done, not just in America, but throughout the West. And anywhere there is a European diaspora, they've inflicted pain. And there are things you can't talk about. For example, I mean, all they have to do is say, this is a white supremacy dog whistle. Explain how. Explain why. Folks, you're being fed a bunch of misguided information. And am I angry and upset about it? Yeah. I can't believe that the powers that be are allowing this to happen. We don't have to have mobocracy and riots on this scale. There's no reason for it. You can shut it down immediately. You can put them in jail. Also, you can stop subsidizing single motherhood. I guarantee you that most of the people that are doing that come from single mothers. Also, I can guarantee you that most of the people doing that are on some form of public assistance. We are subsidizing criminal behavior. Anyway. All right, I'm out, folks. Like and share. If you disagree, I'd appreciate it if you leave a comment below. And if you have the guts to debate me, come on in. The water's fine. If I'm wrong, I'll change my opinion. How about that? Okay? All right, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.